Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, March 7th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 553 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Satellite photos show aftermath of strike in northern Syria. Lesson fully received. An 18-year-old charged in the Capitol riot says he was wrong and begged the judge to release him. Israeli 5-minute battery charge aims to fire up electric cars. Who truly was the most dishonest president? Biden says Americans will start receiving their $1,400 stimulus checks this month. Johnson & Johnson vaccines come with uplifting messages. Let kids be kids. California considers bill requiring gender-neutral children sections at large retailers. Police, Texas rapper dead in interstate shooting in Georgia. A Florida teen is being charged for threatening to shoot a teacher and students during a virtual lesson. A Missouri pastor is reportedly seeking professional counseling after he told women to lose weight and strive to be like Melania Trump for their husbands. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. UFC 259, Jan Blachowicz post-fight press conference, UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. Here's how to watch the 2021 NBA All-Star Game, CNN. Oprah's Meghan and Harry interview explained, a full guide, The New York Times. College basketball scores, winners and losers, Florida State falls short, opens door for Virginia to win ACC, CBS Sports. One dead after shooting near George Floyd Square in Minneapolis, Fox 9. Anya Blanchard's family fights for justice and a new law after murder of UFC star Walt Harris' stepdaughter, CBS News. Florida man accused of murdering wife after telling police she is swimming with the fishes, Fox News. Third former Andrew Cuomo aide describes inappropriate workplace treatment, The Wall Street Journal. Idaho protesters burn masks at state capitol rally, NBC News. I've never seen anything like this. Chaos strikes global shipping, The New York Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. California bill would make kids sections in large stores gender neutral. Two more former aides allege uncomfortable encounters with Andrew Cuomo. Florida official calls on FBI to investigate red carpet vaccines for state's GOP donors. Protesters gather ahead of trial of ex-officer charged in George Floyd's death. At least 5 killed in Senegal protests since opposition leader's arrest. Trump orders RNC to stop using his name for fundraising. Chuck Schumer holds the line. Here's why progressives should celebrate the Senate's COVID-19 relief bill. COVID-19 relief bill eliminates surprise tax bills on unemployment benefits. COVID-19 inspires 1,200 new German words, like Gesichtskondom, or face condom. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Driver rescued after vehicle plunges into lake. Apartment ceiling crashes down on 12-year-old. Retired nurse volunteers at vaccination clinics. Bracelets raise money to help young patients. Professor hopes to end hunger. Food computer. Boy allegedly abused by student seeks justice. Thieves steal tools from man helping storm victims. Forced case of South Africa variant detected in WI. Family gives up on 911 after hearing automated please hold message. Contractor accused of home improvement theft. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Amid Mosul's ruins, Pope denounces religious fanaticism. Republican governors push for schools to reopen. Cuomo discovers Me Too means him too. Perfection, art and Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. I've never seen anything like this, chaos strikes global shipping. How big are the stimulus payments in the bill, and who is eligible? After stimulus victory in Senate, reality sinks in, bipartisanship is dead. How emergent biosolutions put an extraordinary burden on the U.S.'s troubled stockpile. Here's how the Senate pared back Biden's stimulus plan. The Times is adding disclosures about David Brooks's outside work to his columns. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. New McDonald's drive-thru is using AI technology to take orders, make suggestions. Cuomo sexual harassment scandal may be overshadowing NY's nursing home deaths, some critics worry. Pope visits Iraq's war-ravaged north on last day of tour. Andrew Cuomo's accusers, women who've made sexual harassment claims against NY governor. Carlo released from hospital, Wilson suspended 7 games. Jan Blachowicz retains title with unanimous victory over Israel Adesanya at UFC 259. Meghan Markle accused of wearing Saudi leader's blood money earrings after Khashoggi death. Cuomo staffers fearful to speak because of Dems' rage and vindictiveness, WAPA reporter claims. 2021 Meek Men's Basketball Tournament, matchups, players to know and more. 2021 Meek Women's Basketball Tournament, matchups, players to know and more. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, March 7th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. FDA says temperature scanning devices used to detect coronavirus are not always accurate. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Police search pond in London in desperate hunt for missing woman, 33, who vanished on her way home. Heartbroken father reflects on the tragic death of his twins. Colleen Rooney admits she found homeschooling her sons tough. Gavin Williamson denies pupils face chaos when schools return tomorrow. Why teenage pupils should wear masks in class. Teenage killers could face twice as long behind bars under new Ellie's law crackdown. Michelle Keegan, 33, slaps down rumors of marriage problems with Towie star husband Mark Wright. We're finding real freedom, Boris Johnson hails pupils' return. Boris Johnson will get 9M White House-style Situation Center. Nigel Farage set to resign from Reform Party leadership. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Pope calls for peace from ruins of Iraq's war-battered Mosul. Chinese exports surge as global demand recovers from virus. Afghan policewoman hurt, husband dies in targeted attack. Pope Francis exalts hope over hatred in battered Mosul, while praying for victims after ISIS defeat. Sri Lanka Catholics mark Black Sunday for Easter victims. Myanmar asks India to return police who say they've led army. Why the Pope's visit matters for Iraq's Christians. Pope Francis's historic visit to Iraq, in images. A decade after Fukushima nuclear disaster, contaminated water symbolizes Japan's struggles. Why Germany is becoming a go-to destination for trials on the world's crimes. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus Live News. Auckland finishes week of lockdown. England prepares to reopen schools. Top House Democrat Jim Clyburn, no way we'd let filibuster deny voting rights. It's a constant fight. 4 top players discuss the future of women's football. Moxie Review, upbeat defiance wins at an Amy Poehler's Rebel Girl comedy. Katie Ledecky wins 4th title in return meet as Simone Manuel takes 15 free. Beyond Order by Jordan Peterson Review, a rag bag of self-help dictums. Talk to Me, Molly Jong fast on podcasting in the new abnormal. U.S. fans of The Crown are loving the Harry and Meghan royal soap opera. Enter a feminist superhero, without the catfights and ass-kicking. You worry you'll be seen as weak, single dads in their own words, a photo essay. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Biden's Associate Attorney General pick would be wealthiest member of administration. Mom allegedly abandoned, then killed, 6-year-old son, dumped body in river. Woman, friend charged with DUI after truck hits car in ditch. 50 people sue Wisconsin city over handling of protests. Cleveland rocker and radio star Michael Stanley dead at 72. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Pope Francis visits regions of Iraq once held by Islamic State. Myanmar coup, India asked to return police officers who crossed border. COVID, Dalai Lama urges others to get vaccinated as he receives first shot. Coronavirus, Paraguay president dismisses ministers. Coronavirus, U.S. Senate passes major $1.9 trillion relief plan. George Floyd, why is the trial so important? Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, we're the government and we know what you're doing. Raya and the Last Dragon, Disney's new heroine representing 670 million people. IKEA boss warns tariffs will lead to higher prices. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. AP Top Stories March 6th. COVID-19 fueled a domestic violence crisis. Now, the stimulus bill could help women and children leave abusers. Biden hails Senate passage of virus aid bill. Democrats thrilled after passage of virus aid bill. Dems prevail as Senate passes $1.9 trillion virus aid bill. Migrant children are still being temporarily separated from relatives under Biden administration. The day in pictures. Mississippi's capital city hasn't had clean water in weeks, and there's no end in sight. Vigil held in Yangon for those killed in protests. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Los Angeles County tops 22,000 COVID-19 deaths. Beverly Hills police beefing up patrols after brazen robbery of man's $500,000 watch. More women sue UCLA over alleged sexual abuse by doctor after $73 million class action settlement. More rain forecast for Southern California, but it won't be enough to end drought. Column, this desalination plan stinks all the way from Orange County to Governor Newsom's office. My inbox overflows with tributes to great LA helpers. California counties don't want COVID-19 vaccine efforts run by Blue Shield. Amanda Gorman, inaugural poet, says security guard questioned if she lived in her own building. When will Disneyland, Magic Mountain and other attractions reopen? Here's what we know. California theme parks won't profit at 15% capacity. Here's why they'll reopen anyway. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, March 7th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Italian prosecutor asks for life sentence for 2 Americans charged with police murder. Yemen faces famine as deadly as Ethiopia's in 1980s that left 1.2 million dead, says NGO chief. Gurdeep Singh makes history by becoming first Sikh to win elections in Pakistan Senate. Nurses prepare for strikes over 1% NHS pay rise in England for 2021 to 2022. Alleged logging at ancient First Nation burial sites in BC prompts province to investigate. It's a complete desecration of a sacred site of our First Nation. Venezuela to introduce 1 million bolivar bill as inflation persists. Chile donates 20,000 doses of Sinovac coronavirus vaccine to Ecuador. Tenfold increase in carbon dioxide emissions cuts needed to stem climate emergency. The annual cuts of 0.16 billion tons of CO2 are only 10% of the 1-2 billion tons of CO2 cuts that are needed globally every year. German Jews angry at prosecutor's decision not to charge Hamburg synagogue attacker because of mental illness. Pope, on Iraq visit, decries violence in the name of God as greatest blasphemy. Brexiteer Nigel Farage steps down as leader of Reform UK. India downgraded from free to partly free in 2020. US-based research institute voices fear the world's largest democracy is descending into authoritarianism under Modi. Iran asks why Israel gets preferential treatment with IAEA despite its arsenal of nukes. Myanmar forces make night raids after breaking up protests. Aged 118, the world's oldest living person will carry the Olympic flame in Japan. The next headlines are from Forbes. Why Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are taking the gloves off in tonight's Oprah Winfrey special. UFC 259 results, winners, bonuses and highlights. Hall of Famer Gary Payton on NBA coaching, I got a surprise coming. Breaking down a potential Jimmy Garoppolo trade to the New England Patriots. It's the one-year anniversary of Netflix's top 10 list. During that time, these 50 movies dominated the most. Donal Logue talks 21 years of the Tao of Steve and coincidental companion piece sometime other than now. Ginny and Georgia is officially Netflix's hottest new show in 2021. The best new movies on Netflix in March 2021. Burn the Mask rally draws more than 100 at Idaho Capitol building. Drones are now being used to deliver COVID-19 vaccines. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,690,454,935 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. HFPA commits to making transformational reforms. Michael Stanley, 1949 to 2021, an appreciation of rock's ultimate local hero. Goya Awards, Antonio Banderas hosted ceremony prizes the girls as Best Picture. Rachel Lindsay returns to Instagram following Bachelor Nation harassment. Nomadland production sound mixer Michael Wolf Snyder dies at 35. The beta test review, Jim Cummings rivets as a Hollywood agent in a twilight zone of temptation. Award circuit winners chart, Chloe Zhao surpasses 40 wins for Best Director. El Pasto shooting, jeweler offers $50,000 reward for stolen watch, Beverly Hills PD issues statement. Michael Stanley, Cleveland hometown rock hero, dies at 72. Adele Lim, Kelly Marie Tran and Ki Nguyen talk the importance of representation in Raya and the Last Dragon. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Army chaplains remains identified after 70 years. Biden praises Senate passage of desperately needed COVID-19 relief bill. Far-right misinformation is thriving on Facebook. A new study shows just how much. Texas won't reduce $16 billion in electricity charges from winter storm. In first test drive on Mars, Perseverance rover makes a short but significant trip. Senate passes $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. The Dalai Lama gets a COVID-19 shot and urges others to get vaccinated. This is the reality of black girls. Inauguration poet says she was tailed by guard. Comic, how one COVID-19 nurse navigates anti-mask sentiment. Coronavirus world map, we've now passed the 100 million mark for infections. The following headlines are from the week. Satisfied Biden doesn't think COVID-19 relief bill compromises altered the essence of initial proposal. Why Florida has scientists encouraged when it comes to UK coronavirus variant. GOP campaign committees receive cease and desist letters from Trump's lawyers for using his name. Senate Democrats seek out 50-49 COVID-19 relief bill victory. Iraq's top Shiite cleric calls for protection of country's Christian minority after historic meeting with Pope Francis. 10 things you need to know today, March 6, 2021. Manchin signs off on Democrat stimulus bill unemployment compromise. 7 splendiferously funny cartoons about the Dr. Seuss controversy. The post-Roe abortion fight has already begun. Ron Johnson's lazy obstruction exposes the reality of the filibuster. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Almost all high-energy neutrinos come from quasars. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, March 7th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Use Big Dipper to locate hunting dogs. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. Schumer leads Dems to messy but major win on COVID aid. Opinion with no votes to spare, Biden gets a win Obama and Clinton would have envied. Trump vows to campaign against disloyal Murkowski. Senate approves Biden's $1.9 trillion pandemic relief plan. Pope, top Iraq Shiite cleric hold historic, symbolic meeting. The Democrats who could take Cuomo's place. Trump's last national security advisor to return to LA law firm. Cuomo scandal hits uphill probe of nursing home death data. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Rugby Australia investigate early COVID-19 vaccinations to keep Trans-Tasman Cup alive. Gallery, the best photos from around the world. Why we'll live longer, healthier lives over the next 40 years. The gloom after no boom, La Trobe University suffers heaviest hit. 16-meter sperm whale washes up on Phillip Island, prompt shark warning. Nine's top shareholder Bruce Gordon in push for board seat. Can China build coal plants and climate treaties at once? Hunt defends GP COVID-19 vaccine rollout as doctors complain about costs. NRL club chiefs poll, Swally I stance, Abdo v Greenberg and is he welcome? Man dies at Main Beach after being pulled from ocean. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. TaxWatch, did you refinance your mortgage last year? Here's how it could affect your taxes. Mortgage rates soar above 3%, how high can they go before they scare off home buyers? The big move, I found an old lien on my home from a past refinance, how do I get rid of it? Dispatches from a pandemic, it feels predatory. 6 million people are not eligible for a COVID-19 pause on student debt payments, even if they work in public service. DeVos appointee who oversaw America's student loans resigns, Biden Education Secretary pledges to ease student debt burden. Student loan servicer Navient illegally deceived borrowers, judge fines. Document everything, 3 women allege Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed them, what do you do if it happens to you? Children of color are more likely than white kids to participate in remote schooling, and lack live access to teachers. What do Republican voters think of Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill? Their views may surprise you. Dispatches from a pandemic, I'm not used to counting on the government for my paycheck, how 3 laid-off workers are coping months after losing their jobs. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Meet the serial inventor from Kolkata, National Herald. Thomas Edison, visionary, inventor, or villain, i.e., interesting engineering. Should you patent your own company software, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Erdi Industries looks to innovation, new container product to boost sales, Crane's Cleveland business. The next headlines are from Quartz. Internet access boost, Tigray satellite imagery, long COVID in Lagos. Biden appointee Tim Wu is a populist antitrust crusader. Can WhatsApp stop spreading misinformation without compromising encryption? Linus is shaking up the supply chain for rare earth metals. How the West African Students' Union drove the anti-colonial agenda in 20th century London. Weekend edition, China's here to win, ethical Bitcoin, Buttergate. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Game Jam winner spotlight, remembering Guru. AI college sports is back, but some schools are opting out until name, image, likeness rules are created to compensate athletes. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Petroyan. Islam Makhachev. Thiago Santos. Dominic Cruz. Daylight savings. Tyler, the Creator. NBA All-Star 2021. Purdue basketball. Jackson State football. Tom Wilson. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Khabib dragged into row over whether Yan was told by his own corner to land illegal knee strike on Sterling at UFC 259. See you next week. Disbelief as Brexiteer Nigel Farage claims he's leaving politics, again, after achieving life's work. China's exports surge at record pace from coronavirus-battered levels. He takes the title and an Oscar, fans claim Sterling faked effects of illegal knee which cost Yan belt at UFC 259. Kurz must go, Austrians lash out at government as thousands of anti-lockdown demonstrators march through Vienna, video. Destination unknown, Qantas offers mystery flights for travel-hungry tourists amid border closures. I didn't mean it. Petroyan issues apology after being disqualified for illegal strike in UFC 259 title fight with Sterling. She can beat some of the men. Amanda Nunes retains UFC featherweight crown with routine win over Megan Anderson. Moment of madness, illegal knee costs Petroyan title as he is disqualified against Aljamain Sterling at UFC 259, video. 2 more former aides accuse New York Governor Andrew Cuomo of sexual misconduct. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Kissinger, Biden must uphold Trump administration's brilliant policy in the Middle East. RoboCop, Las Vegas apartment complex deploys human-sized robot to fight crime. When IBM was the center of gravity. New York exodus sparks buying frenzy for Greenwich mansions. Iranian militia group claims to have active cells in Washington, D.C., report. Profiteering off poverty, the side of Baltimore the media won't show you. There is no such thing as white math. Bitcoin could soon run headfirst into U.S. money laundering laws. California's energy policies hurt minority citizens the most. Kroger opens fully automated Ohio fulfillment center as fears mount of rising technological unemployment. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Passenger train derails in southwest Pakistan. China posts record exports as global demand recovers from COVID. The world must act now to stop the brutality of Myanmar's Rohingya. Willing to die, Myanmar protesters rally after overnight raids. Saudi-led coalition intercepts several Houthi drones. In pictures, Lebanon on the edge as protests continue. Crew of Chinese boat freed after ransom payment, Nigerian army. Pope Francis visits Iraq's war-ravaged north on last day of tour. South Korea, U.S. to hold scaled-back military exercises. Protests continue as Lebanon's Hassan Diab threatens to stop work. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Governor Abbott deploys Texas National Guard, state troopers to counter Biden's open border policies. Exclusive, Rep. Ron American League Division Series on coronavirus bill, Democrats didn't want to let a crisis go to waste. Alabama officers praised for saving 2 lives in 2 days, we are so grateful. Montana Senator Steve Deans, shameful Senate Dems allow billions of tax dollars to fund abortions. Los Angeles County Sheriff, minority communities will have to deal with crime caused by DA's policies. Texas school blasted for now removed lesson on how men and women courted in medieval times. Pinkerton, labor unions are the bulwark against AOC's socialism. Watch, House GOP, Democrats, debate transgender bill. New York's Capital newspaper editorial board, resign, Mr. Cuomo. Cuellar, feds purposely withholding immigration data. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 4 of the wildest movie stunts of all time. 5 crazy expensive bottled water brands. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Tricking coronavirus with a fake handshake, scientists develop peptides that could inactivate COVID. Photo of paralyzed man cleaning plastic from India river goes viral and he's showered with gifts to better his life. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. To fortify with iron, ingenious metal fish soaked in soup provides nutrition and is much cheaper than pills. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, March 7th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Male nurse arrested after telling patient's gynecological exam was necessary part of COVID-19 testing. Ozark mother offers $1.5 million to have mother-in-law killed and justifies it because she asked for forgiveness later. Drunk driver crashes into car of drunk driving friend he was coming to help, in Nashville, TN. Does this qualify as offbeat, folks? Hard butter mystery riles Canada. Canadians are claiming their butter is getting harder, but nobody knows why. Could be palm oil supplements, a change in tariffs, or seasonal factors, or maybe it's always been this way. Kitten has tail stuck across her bum in sick superglue attack. Baltimore student passes 3 classes in 4 years, ranks near top half of class with 0.13 GPA. This dude built a guitar out of his dead uncle's skeleton. No one is prepared for hagfish slime. It expands by 10,000 times in a fraction of a second. It's 100,000 times softer than Jell-O, and it fends off sharks and produces alike. China NPC, Beijing to overhaul Hong Kong electoral system. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Asteroid dust helps solve the mystery of dinosaur extinction. Enhance your gaming experience with this sound algorithm software. Furious AI researcher creates a list of 9 reproducible machine learning papers. These 3 studio monitors are great speakers for a small desk. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Vision impairment is associated with mortality. Physics camp has proven benefits for high school girls. Building networks not enough to expand rural broadband. Rapid 3D printing method move toward 3D printed organs. New split drive system puts scientists in the gene driver's seat. Study reveals how egg cells get so big. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, March 7th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Springville beats the buzzer and Farmington in 5A girls championship game. Trump-mandated exams are making it hard to hire seasonal workers for national parks in Utah and across the U.S. Bio shifts its hiring for religious studies, puts faith building before scholarship. Lehigh holds off Farmington to win 5A boys basketball title. Child dies in accident in field. Davis fulfills promise with win over Westlake in 6A boys championship game. Utahns protest George Floyd's death with car caravan. Pope, top Iraq Shiite cleric deliver message of coexistence. Protesting outside private homes is off limits, Utah legislature decides. Utah hammers Arizona State, 98-59, to close regular season on high note. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. What's the best Linux distro for enhanced privacy and security? Antitrust advocate who coined the phrase net neutrality joins Biden's White House. Mozilla urges remain calm, the fox is still in the Firefox logo. JavaScript, not Python, define neutral networks, Dino 1.8 supports Web GPU. Tour of American League Division Series warns the world, don't use the Linux 5.12 RC1 kernel. Elon Musk plans new city in Texas, called Starbase and led by the Doge. The one-week hijacking of Pearl.com, explained. America's Air Force is having to reverse engineer parts of its own stealth bomber. A new motherboard for Amiga, the platform that refuses to die. How CRISPR can create more ethical eggs. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Flowing very smoothly, St. Louis County and City hold mass vaccination events at new clinics Saturday. 6-year-old battling cancer surprised with birthday parade from St. Louis area first responders. Tarasenko returns to hockey rink Saturday from injured reserve. Over 450 vendors take part in garage sale and swap meet in Eureka. Woman dies, 2-year-old girl injured in single car crash in North St. Louis. Whole family wiped out due to domestic violence, as experts preach warning signs. You paid for it, Bunker Hill residents boiling mad over high water bills. St. Louis County Police Sergeant returns home after long COVID-19 battle. St. Louis County authorities unraveling triple homicide rooted in domestic violence. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Harry, Meghan to delve into tough royal split with Oprah. Vaccination sites pause this weekend due to shortage. South Korea, U.S. scale back drills over virus, North Korea diplomacy. U.S. gives hope to previously denied asylum seekers in camp. Report, popular flea and tick collar tied to 1,700 pet deaths, EPA received more than 75,000 complaints. Elderly woman run over by own car at Claremont gas station. COVID-19, San Diego County reports 421 new infections, 14 deaths. Keep back from Del Mar Bluffs. Dozens rally before ex-officer put on trial in George Floyd's death. San Diego Gulls beat San Jose Barracuda in overtime. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. General Dynamics Eagle vehicles hit 142 miles on its operations worldwide. Israel updates plan for military strikes on Iran's nuclear sites. Taiwan makes progress at Brave Eagle jet trainer project. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. 2 sessions, Beijing sets goals for 6% GDP growth, environmental protection, and crushing dissent in Hong Kong. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, March 7th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Mobile COVID-19 clinic vaccinates Contra Costa County's most vulnerable communities. In-person learning to begin at some San Francisco schools next month. NY officer on leave after tackling, pepper-spraying woman with her child nearby. Nickelodeon approves SpongeBob spin-off The Patrick Star Show. Vegas benefits as Nevada eases COVID-19 rules. 1 dead following shooting in East San Jose. North Bay COVID-19 clinic vaccinates thousands of teachers, staff. California counties don't want Blue Shield's vaccine program. Spring break canceled across the country for thousands of college students. Steph Curry, LeBron James team up for first time in NBA All-Star Game. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Barrington Hills president candidates tout experience in and out of village. Facts matter, faith leaders didn't pray over gold Trump idol. Constable, Wakanda Fire District found way to spread cheer during pandemic birthdays. Group helps schools be more inclusive of students with disabilities. Grammar Moses, forgive my flagitious language. Joliet man dead after high-speed crash into backyard in South Elgin. COVID-19 cases per county, zip code as of March 5th. How suburban educators are responding to state's call for culturally inclusive instruction. Police, man dies after drug deal confrontation in Palatine Township. COVID-19 shots set another record, but all other state metrics look worse. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Malawi, Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green alert for tropical cyclone Havana 21. Population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 10 km, in New Zealand July 3, 2021, 4:54 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Kermadec Islands region July 3, 2021, 4:10 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, March 7th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. George Floyd's family joined by leaders to discuss police reform bill named after him. How some businesses plan to handle face mask mandate lift. Chilly start to Sunday but gorgeous afternoon. Weather you, how do lightning and severe storms form? Houstonian trying to make it big on American Idol. Records show dozens of power plants repeated 2011 failures. Third stimulus checks Senate, Biden, Dems prevail as lawmakers pass $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill. 22-year-old woman reported missing after leaving her house in southwest Houston. Smoke seen across parts of Galveston County in prescribed burn. Houston rapper shot to death before NBA All-Star Weekend. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Myanmar police fire on protesters in ancient former capital. Sri Lanka Catholics mark Black Sunday for Easter victims. The latest, Israel in final phase of easing of lockdown. Drones versus moths, Dutch company tech solution to kill moths. Russia scores points with vaccine diplomacy, but snags arise. Murder, but gentler, cozy mysteries of pandemic-era bomb. AP photos, Cyprus keeps carnival spirit alive amid COVID-19. The latest, Iraq's bombed out Mosul awaits Pope's arrival. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. More former aides accuse Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment. Extra extra, finally, a way to not tweet ill-considered hot takes. Trump to visit NYC Sunday for first time since losing presidency, reports say. New York City cycling boom gets boost with several new public projects. As NYC continues reopening, CDC urges avoiding non-essential indoor spaces. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. State AG tells Cuomo's office to preserve evidence for inquiry into sexual misconduct allegations. Javits Center now 24/7 vaccination site after shipment of Johnson & Johnson shot. Assistant building super in Brooklyn dies in freak accident while retrieving tenant's cell phone. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Moderate earthquake, M5 quake has struck near Kermadec Islands region. Minor earthquake 3.3 mag, 6 kilometers south by southwest of Point Mackenzie, Alaska. Moderate earthquake 5.2 mag, 208 kilometers northeast of Gisborne, New Zealand. Light earthquake 4.8 mag, 81 kilometers W of San Antonio de los Cabos, Argentina. Moderate earthquake, 5.4 mag was detected near the Kermadec Islands. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag has occurred near Puerto Madero in Mexico. Light earthquake, M4.9 quake has struck near Maug Islands region, Northern Mariana Islands. Moderate earthquake, 5.1 mag has occurred near Gisborne in New Zealand. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag was detected near Iquique in Peru. Light earthquake 4.4 mag, southeast of the Loyalty Islands. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. International Women's Day, 2021, women must continue to claim power and challenge the unseen barriers. International Women's Day, 2021, women's leadership in the global recovery from COVID-19 pandemic. International Women's Day 2021, online violence against women journalists harms everyone, let's end it. International Women's Day 2021, a post-COVID world needs amplified women's voices in politics, climate change. International Women's Day 2021, recognizing rural women is central to post-COVID recovery, an imperative for International Women's Day. Women are the future of Africa's COVID-19 recovery. International Women's Day, 2021, a just COVID-19 recovery, not without women's leadership. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Would Georgia bill outlaw giving food, water to voters waiting in line? Amanda Gorman says she was racially profiled near her home. Was Melania Trump not invited to First Lady Summit at Camp David? Are tomatoes fruits or vegetables? Did Navy SEALs arrest Hillary Clinton? Biden, Dems prevail as Senate OKs $1.9 trillion virus relief bill. Was the mid-Atlantic accent used because of early microphone quality? Are these drones playing volleyball? California OKs reopening ballparks, Disneyland. Chauvin's trial could reopen intersection where Floyd died. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. This Kali mom vanished 2 months ago. Her husband has stopped cooperating. Mayoral candidate Maya Wiley, I won't take bullying from NYPD. 20-year-old Bowling Green sophomore on life support after deathly hazing incident. Wife's body dug up in Florida backyard after hubby made chilling taunts. Senate approves $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill after shambolic all-night debate. These are the go-to face masks that scouted writers love. Ted Cruz's favorite porn star Corey Chase is more patriotic than he'll ever be. WTF happened to Naomi Watts? Joe Scarborough to Bill Maher, the Republican Party is dead. Star journalist Malcolm Gladwell is also a paid celebrity endorser for General Motors. The next headlines are from the New York Post. NFL wide receiver Ryan Switzer's baby boy hospitalized with COVID-19. Yankees Zach Britton being cautious after bout with COVID-19. Dominic Smith blasts homer in second spring training game. Pope Francis visits Iraq's ruined city of Mosul. Jameson Talon shows Yankees, ex-team he can escape a jam. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. CDC finalizing guidance on what's safe for those who are vaccinated. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. NHL star Ryan O'Reilly's mom donates kidney to arena manager who let young Ryan skate extra hours. With Cuomo's star dimming in wake of twin scandals, NY political hopefuls step into the limelight. Another Cuomo aide alleges inappropriate behavior in new report. Driver swerves to avoid falling couch in Florida, crashes and gets ticketed. Goldman Sachs Group could gain $200 for Southern power surges amid deadly freeze, report. Dolce & Gabbana files $600 million lawsuit against 2 fashion bloggers who exposed racist messages from founder. Nomadland sound mixer Michael Wolf Snyder dies by suicide at 35. 165,000 hens killed in massive Arizona barn fire. 18-year-old Capitol rioter wants to go home to his loving family who drove him to D.C. Medal of Honor recipients remains identified. Korean war hero Emil Capon could also become a saint. The following headlines are from military.com. After delay under Trump, 2 female generals nominated to run combatant commands. New Army pilot program makes company first sergeant selection more rigorous. The Space Force wants opinions about its proposed rank insignia. UN envoy calls for urgent action to reverse Myanmar coup. Wyoming governor quietly mobilized guard troops at state capitol. Black Hawk crew lost visuals in bad weather before crashing, Idaho National Guard says. Lagging vaccine supplies at some U.S. bases in Europe spotlight uneven distribution. Civilian jet trainer crashes at Edwards Air Force Base, crew safe. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Column, how has a year in the pandemic changed you? The Year of COVID questionnaire is here to help you take stock. Man found dead with gunshot wound in Englewood building fire, police say. Top cop, dedicated and decorated Chicago police officer dies by suicide on far southwest side. Unattended cooking blamed for blaze that left child, 2 adults injured on Southwest Side, fire department says. No bail for second man charged with murder of 32-year-old killed in West Side shooting. Corrections and clarifications. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 134,239 COVID-19 vaccines administered, a new daily record, as 2,565 new cases and 50 additional deaths reported Saturday. Bond set at $50,000 for man shot by rail police officer during struggle that began with ticket collection, prosecutors say. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers, here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Study marks major milestone for Louisiana coastal plan. Flamingos poisoned by illegal lead pellets in Greek lagoon. With unfair police treatment, the tragedy is not limited to the incident itself. Deeper understanding of host-dependent long-distance movement of viruses in plants. NASA's new Mars rover hits dusty red road, first trip 21 feet. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, March 7th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. 3 battery innovations that will energize our future. The lost stars from the early universe still waiting to be found. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. 5 ways to save on title insurance. Gunmen ambush Pakistan Navy vehicle, killing 1, wounding 2. Drones versus hungry mobs, Dutch use high-tech to protect crops. Murder, but gentler, cozy mysteries of pandemic-era bomb. Ross leads Pepperdine over Santa Clara 78-70 in WCC tourney. Ike scores 17 to lift Wyoming over UNLV 80-69. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Dear Abby, how can I get my ring back without tipping off my boyfriend's wife? Sharks offense goes silent again as Golden Knights sweep series. Roughest road in Northern California doesn't even get snow and ice, roadshow. San Jose Sharks winger scratched from game versus Golden Knights. Man fatally shot near East San Jose Elementary School. The latest, Vegas benefits as Nevada eases some virus rules. Saturday Night 5, as with football, Oregon stands to gain at USC's expense, but the situations are nothing alike. Thousands of Microsoft customers may have been victims of hack tied to China. Dozens rally before ex-officer put on trial in Floyd's death. Pope, top Iraq Shiite cleric deliver message of coexistence. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Ultra Music Festival fans hope event returns in 2022. Kindness brings huge tips to Florida restaurant server. The next headlines are from The Intercept. A pro-Israel lawyer is weaponizing public records law against Palestinian activists. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, March 7th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. One size doesn't fit all when it comes to products for preventing HIV from anal sex. Magic sand might help us understand the physics of granular matter. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. No one hurt in Englewood house fire. One hospitalized after car drives into Portage Park business. Car thefts reported in Englewood. Horoscope for Sunday, March 7th, 2021. 2 shot after fight in Longwood Manor. St. Charles North buckles down on Nathan Valentine, beats Geneva. 2 wounded in Brighton Park shooting. Big, experienced Westinghouse beats Lincoln Park. Cameron Krutwig leads number 22 Loyola past Indiana State into MVC title game. Ayo Dosunmu's return powers number 4 Illinois over number 7 Ohio State. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, March 7, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Gary Lineker and match of the day pundits in hysterics over world record scream, Mirror Online. Andrew Martin hits world record for Eagles, wins title from 8 back in stunner, Fox Sports. Djokovic takes Federer's world number 1 record, Ice Grand Slam history, Arab News. Vaughan Navy sailor breaks record for swimming while handcuffed, Chesapeake Bay Magazine. Terra Pro Series, Olivia Smalaga wins 100 backstroke showdown of Olympic contenders, Swimming World Magazine. This group of friends just received their award from Guinness World Record, WCIA.com. Claire Curzon destroys NAG, 15-16, record in 100 backstroke, lowers 50 free mark, Swimming World Magazine. Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne insists winning streak won't be a distraction ahead of Derby, Daily Mail. Swimming legend Missy Franklin announces pregnancy, SwimSwam. Athletics, Marcel Jacobs and Femke Ball light up European indoors, Olympic Channel. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Bye-bye iMac Pro, it's been good knowing ya. This rapid 3D printing method could be the secret to developing 3D printed organs. For whatever reason, people are willing to pay up to $10 million for an NFT of Jack Dorsey's first tweet. Alicia Silverstone is gonna fight a shark, y'all. Facebook is reportedly under investigation for systemic racial bias in its workplace. Let's Get Loud, A Quiet Place 2 finally has a release date. Steven Spielberg and the Duffer Brothers will take on Stephen King's The Talisman. Saturday's best deals, Hunter Boots, Tecpo Tools, 8-man dashcam, Sony 55 inches 4K TV, pixel art Bluetooth speakers, and more. One of the nation's largest pipelines caused the biggest spill in decades and we are just hearing about it. Bring some flair to your desk with up to 32% off a Divum customizable pixel art speaker. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Madikwe Game Reserve in South Africa at 113.54 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.3 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Dome Cii in Antarctica at minus 72.04 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Tens of thousands of U.S. organizations hid in ongoing Microsoft Exchange hack. Preview, WandaVision sticks the landing with a very Marvel-esque finale. A new type of supply chain attack with serious consequences is flourishing. We are living on a planet of ants. Gig companies fear a worker shortage, despite a recession. Feds indict John McAfee for cryptocurrency pump and dump fraud. China's and Russia's spying sprees will take years to unpack. The following headlines are from Raw Story. George Takei sets the GOP straight on the question of unity and history. Complete bonkers, Lauren Boebert says it is Democrats who are obsessed with conspiracy theories. Trump supporters' lawsuit against grocery clerk over insurrection may backfire, report. Andrew Cuomo now facing allegations by male former aides, report. Progressive seize control of the Nevada Democratic Party, report. Jared Kushner has checked out of politics amid feud with his father-in-law, report. Prosecutor probing Trump hires expert who wrote the book on racketeering cases, report. Oral treatment for COVID yields promising data showing reduced viral load, report. The favorite trick Trump could use in new case underscores how broken the U.S. legal system is. Donald Trump Jr. is outraged someone found out on Twitter they were fired. This is insanity, guys. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Joe Biden is already starting his victory lap. The Senate just passed Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. Tommy Tuberville is still losing at sports. We throw out more than 2 trillion pounds of food every year, UN says. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Teacher vaccinations, essential for a child's brain health, Psychology Today. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. This guy says aging is a disease that can be cured, we can't stop growing old, India Times. Books provide advice on aging well. LifeNewsPressNow.com, News Press Now. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, March 7th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Jeff Ritzmann, husband, father, paranormalist, radio host, artist, musician, in memoriam. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, March 7th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.